Hey guys, welcome back. It's a new project day. So if you look around my yard, you can see I've got trailers strewn all over the place currently. And I need to fix that. So normally I keep trailers back here. I made this parking spot several years ago beside my shop, which works pretty good. And I can get about, I can get fully 2 of my trailers back here, and then usually my dump trailer sits here, and then I leave my little utility trailer kind of parked up there, and I'd like to see if I can improve the situation. So back here, I don't know how well you can see this on camera, but my car trailer, I pulled to this spot, and as you can see, it just sort of drops off. And I've brought some dirt in here before to extend this parking place, but I want to extend this further. I want to be able to get a trailer back. I'd like to get it clear back into where I have this pile of pallets. That might be asking for a lot, but if I do that, then I can kind of fill in dirt, bring it up around this old nasty dog kennel that I got going on. I can't really mow up against it because it's because I never really finished the grading around there, and just make this whole area a lot nicer back here. I can utilize it better. I'll bring in gravel, get these trailers back behind the shop further. And the reason I've decided to do this is in our housing development, we're actually getting ready to do kind of a big road project. We've got, our road has sunk in along the sides. So there's several places where the shoulder is actually higher than the road. So we've got guys coming in, they're gonna cut down that shoulder and try to get our road to drain better. So as a result of that, we're gonna have a bunch of dirt that's gonna come off. A lot of that's gonna probably have, gravel and not be any kind of nice topsoil that anybody would wanna use, but it's perfect for what I need. So I think this week they're gonna start working on this road project. I need to get back here, get this all cleaned out. You'll see I start pulling stuff out of here. First of all, it's full of poison ivy and probably full of ticks right now too, so should be fun. But I need to get pallets out of there. There's a bunch of old landscaping blocks that I used for a project when I did landscape around the house that's left over. I'm just gonna haul that to the landfill, and I don't know, there's miscellaneous junk back there that I need to get pulled out. So I'll get cleaning and see if we can get this project underway. Alright, I need to get in here and start pulling out loose chunks of concrete by hand, retaining block. I'll just kind of give you an idea how much poison ivy I've got back here. So if you can't identify it, this is poison ivy. That is. Get back in here, and this nice big tall stuff there, it's about 4 foot tall, that's all poison ivy. This is all poison, it's everywhere. So I'll be taking as soon as I'm done working in here, I'll be taking a shower, that's for sure. I already had a really bad case earlier this spring. I really don't want it again. Alright, so one of the things I need to do is get rid of this tree that is very dead. And as you can see, it's got a crazy angle. I'm afraid if I cut it, it's either just going to fall over here into all this thick stuff, and I got to pull it out of there, which isn't the end of the world, but I'm more concerned that it will come, fall funny, and then actually that tall dead piece up there will come down and take out the gutter of my shop. So I'm going to try this rope come along, and I'm going to see if I can just pull it down. I don't know if it'll work or not, but it's kind of a fun experiment. Oh shoot, I didn't realize that I slipped off the main branch, and I'm just on that little skinny one. That's not gonna do me any good. Alright, I gotta reset. Alright, that's the perfect spot. Way up high above that crotch. If I put pressure on there, I'll be able to snap that off. I don't know if you saw how I did this. So I've got a tennis ball, and I've got there's a bolt in there with some extra weight. I throw a rope, and I've got my my Hyper Pet tennis ball launcher for dogs. That's how I chuck that up in the tree. So now I'll just take this rope, I'll get it out, I'll tie that to my pull rope, pull my heavy pull line up into the tree, and then I should be able to snap this off. So let me get this all set up, and then we'll turn the camera back on and we'll break this thing down. Alright, that should be good to pull up into the tree. All right, so I'm rigged back up off the tractor. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. I could just pull with the tractor, but I like using this Maasdam rope come along. It's kind of fun. So now, all I want to do is snap off the, let's see if I can point it out. It's hard to see in the camera, but basically that top section, there's like 20 feet up there. If I knock that off, so it breaks kind of where that crotch is, then I'll be happy. Perfect. Now I can take a chainsaw and knock that thing off and it's not gonna hit my shop. Exactly what I wanted. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check out this come along. This thing is super handy for all kinds of stuff, and you can pull. Geez, I'm trying to think. I think you can put like 2,000 pounds of pulling force or something like that with your bare hands. So it's a pretty handy tool. All right, so I've had a little change of plans here. Originally, my plan was this tree that I broke the top out of last night, and cut that one out, and it's gonna cut out this hackberry tree here because I want to be able to kind of, grade the dirt down that direction. And originally I was gonna take out this bush here too, but I changed my mind. And the reason is, from my yard over here, those trees, the branches coming off those trees, give some pretty good blocking for my neighbor's yard. Eventually I want to let all of this grow up and become kind of a natural fence, similar to what's happened over here. There's a privacy fence on that side, but as you can see, I've let this grow up and it's just become pretty much an impenetrable wall. So I want to get that eventually. So anyway, I had these leftover retaining wall blocks from yesterday that I didn't take to the landfill. And I thought, well, heck with it. I'll just build a little makeshift retaining wall around this hackberry tree, and I'll probably get dirt, maybe the first couple blocks or so is what I'm imagining. But at least I won't kill that tree off, this oak tree. I don't really care. That'll come down eventually anyway, but that'll save that hackberry tree. It's got some good branches that provide, like I said, kind of a screen from the neighbor's yard, and it'll just keep growing out too. So I think this is pretty much what I'm going to clear. So let don't know, the difference between the grade of my parking area there, that actually needs to come up just a little bit, and over there is actually probably about the top of those blocks. So it's probably a few feet, roughly. So my thought is I'm gonna bring this back about 20 feet or so, and then I'll sort of grade it off. This side over here, well, this will kind of die into the ground over here because this is actually higher on this side. But over here, if I can get enough dirt, I'm gonna build this up back around the shop and the kennel and kind of slope this off over here so I can actually mow up around this kennel. I don't know if you can tell over there, there's kind of a rise where that tarp is laying. So if I could bring this all over and sort of slope it down into this new parking pad, I think it'll lay out real nice. So at this point, I'm not sure what to tell him as far as loads. I'm figuring I'll probably easily use 3 loads. I hope he can get a dump truck back in here. He should be able to if he's got a decent driver. So I think 3 loads will go a long ways, but dirt never goes as far as you think. So I wouldn't be surprised if I end up needing more like 4, maybe even 5 loads, depending on how much I want to build that up over there. So we'll see. But for now, I think I've got a picture in my mind, and actually I can show the guy that's going to be bringing those shoulder cutoffs, and he probably have a better idea than I do because he does this stuff every day. So there we go. Next step, dirt. All right, guys, so it's been a couple days since I filmed that last clip, and I didn't have the cameras ready, but as you can see, the first truck has showed up already. So this is gonna be great. This is actually some really good clay soil with some rock in here, so that's gonna be good for this pad. So I'm gonna grab the tractor and start spreading. All right, so there's 2 loads, and actually those 2 pretty much took care of what I need over here for my parking spot. I might grade this up just a little bit here. You can see on the foundation of my shop, this grade drops pretty good back here, but I'm just trying to kind of follow this. So actually, I don't think I'm probably going to build this up much more other than just to level it out, because obviously I'll be bringing gravel in here and that'll come up a bit more. So I'm going to probably go out a little bit flatter here. I'm going to be going right up to the top of these blocks that I put up. And this is kind of dying off into this side over here. Like I mentioned before, this is a little bit taller over here, so that's good. But I'm going to be able to fill in where my tractor's sitting. I think I'm going to be able to, with one more load, maybe it took a couple, but probably one more load will get close as far as kind of filling in this low spot and then bringing it up to that hump that I mentioned before. And then I can kind of fill in around this dog kennel. And then I'm going to have to bring in, you know, some decent topsoil for over here where I want grass to grow, but that's okay. I can do that with my dump trailer. Coming along nicely. All right, guys, so here's what I ended up with. I got it built out clear to the back here. I took a few of those remaining landscaping blocks that I had and threw those down just to catch the dirt. I hauled a bunch of those to the landfill the other day. I never thought that I might want to use these here. I could have had another row up there with all the ones that I threw out, and I could have this built up level, but whatever, it's fine. So now I can take trailers all the way back. I got this built up all on the shop here, all on the kennel, as you can see. I mentioned before how this was kind of dished out, and I took it all the way across to that hump over there. It was kind of low around the corner of the shop, and I got that built up. So this stuff it's like powder. This is so fine. If we get any rain, it's gonna erode bad. So I really need to get some straw blankets or something on this. Unfortunately, it's middle of June. Actually, it's first day of summer, June 21st. And it's getting so hot that I'm gonna have a hard time getting grass seed to grow, I think, before fall. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll throw some seed down. I'll put some blankets on it. We'll see if we can get it to grow. But for now, it's time to get a couple loads of gravel in here. So I built that up. 3 of those blocks. What are those blocks? Those blocks are, I think they're 10 or 12 inches. So this is back there is built up at the highest point, like 30 inches probably. It dips off pretty quick, but there's quite a bit of fill there. So, so this is definitely gonna settle. I know that, but I don't want to wait for it to settle. I'm just gonna go ahead and get some rock on it, and it's only gonna be having trailers driven on it, so it's not like it's gonna be a lot of vehicle weight or anything packing it down. But time to go to the quarry. So just show you, there's an example where they're cutting the shoulders down today. That's the stuff that they're hauling into my place. One of many areas. They're just cutting right now. I don't have a spreader gate on this trailer, so I just have to try to finesse it. Looking good. Actually, yeah, I need to finish this up. I need to put another coat along here. My original parking spot. I was gonna say I really don't need to get 3 more tons, but it won't hurt to build this up because this has obviously been sinking in. So I think I'll go ahead and get that much again, and I'm gonna call it a day. I really wish I had a spreader gate. I can't get any closer. I'm about 2 inches from hitting the building with these stupid barn doors. It's done. Just need to add some trailers. All right, that's it for now. Really happy with how this turned out. The only thing I've got to do yet is to bring in topsoil so I can cover up that last load. This is pretty much all just gravel fines is what this is, so I'm not going to get any grass to grow in this. I'm going to have to bring in some topsoil, but parking pad's great. This I'm going to probably save for another video if you guys are interested in seeing me top this and get this seated. Make sure to subscribe, check out that upcoming video, but for now, I appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one.